Hello everyone, Kezavern here today, and we are going to be going over the pack run system. And what that is basically what this Mesoterra Outlands pet expedition is. So I'm just going to grab one and get into it. So these load you into a map, and if it's a pack run, or this one, or there was one at Easter, it's just a default map that has randomized items for you to find. And that's the same for all of these ones with the pet expeditions and the pack runs. Well, I should say the playable pet expeditions. They have different ones that are seasonal, and then this is kind of the default one that they leave up most of the year. Anyways, it's a fairly standard little mini game, but there's actually a lot of room for improvement on it, which would be really cool to see at some point in the future. And I'll kind of explain why there's so much room for improvement. So you run around and you find stuff in a unchanging map. So once you learn the map, it becomes a bit easier. And these things do jump around in location a bit, but for the most part, you can almost always find out exactly where everything is, and it's not going to be too difficult. This particular one I'm doing, I'm not finding a lot of clusters of things, but I'll get to it. Anyways, whether or not I win the prize on this one, it's just these runs could be better because your speed is already something that can be variable, and if your character can be sped up, that also means they can be slowed down. So imagine if, like, say this nest had some kind of dinosaur enemy in it, and as I was running by it, it tried to, throw some kind of, I don't know, goo or something at me, and it would slow me down and prevent me from, getting to the next one, or it could hit me and I could lose some of the things I've collected, and so it becomes harder to obtain your objective. So there's just a lot more opportunity to do stuff in this. I don't need those. Now that's better. Yeah, so there's just a lot of opportunity to improve on that area. I can't right now. I almost have a full buddies list. How many times did they try to buddy me? I'll go to the alpha hideout and see if anyone's trying to do a pack run. So those are kind of my main comments on those, and it's also partly why I don't do them a whole lot. I'm going to see if I can get a pack run with at least one other person here. Alrighty, so we are in a pack run, at least one other person here, so that's good. The chance of succeeding is still pretty low, but we'll go through it. Anyways, this is the beach run. It's basically a seashell collection game, and it's a fun little one. It's got a nice, decorated map, very themed appropriately for the summer, so I like it. And while these things are good, I'm going to go over some more reasons why these specific ones could be great. So since it's meant to be done as a team, it would be great if they could have more, I don't know, just more team-based things in it. And by team-based things, I mean like, the possibility of the power-ups or some kind of a added feature. Oh, so here's one. So they have these things in here where you use emotes and actions to trigger them, and it would be really awesome if you could, either solo or as a team, when you get to those little power-ups, it maybe gives you guys all a little speed boost or something, because we've already established from the Mesoterra ones that it's possible for them to change the speed of your character quite easily. So that's just one thing that they could do. And what if, in addition to some of these locations, you also had silly little phantoms with like seashells on their heads popping up trying to get you, maybe slow you down or steal some of your seashells, It's something fun they could add that would make it a little bit more risky, or just, something to break up the fact that all you're really doing is running around collecting seashells. And the phantoms are missing from the whole pack run system, so it'd be cool if they could add that. And you know, like I'm always saying, you should play the game for fun. And I can do a few of these. Where is the sleepy one? There it is. I can do a few of these pack runs, but after you start, you know, maybe you're into them 5, 10, you've done 15 of them, it definitely becomes a monotonous task and not something I can really do long term for fun. Whereas some of the other mini games, you can, you know, do them quite a few times and it's still pretty fun or challenging. And so part of the having fun with the game is that it's challenging, and running around just finding stuff doesn't remain challenging because, you know, it's just a basic randomization thing. You just keep running and you keep finding stuff and it gets old. So yeah, if they could add, you know, phantoms or speed ups, slowdowns, anything else. If you think about a game like Mario Kart, that's done a very good job at turning what's basically a racing game into a much more fun interactive system. And this game could be a bit more like Mario Kart in that way, where when you find things, you know, like maybe that, it can give you a power-up, or maybe your whole team a power-up, since it is a pack run, or it's meant to be done with other players. So yeah, there's just a lot of room for improvement, and it would be really cool to see, you know, any of those things added over time. So yeah, it's a good system, but there's no reason they couldn't make it a great system. Just keep collecting these for now. And if you're curious why I think about the game like this and constantly, you know, ways to improve it, it is because I've actually done some game development in my time, so I have a kind of different point of view on how these games work, and it's also helped give me some insights as to why things happen in the game the way they do. And it's partly why I make these videos, because I do understand games a little bit better than some people do, just because I've been on the other side of it. So yeah, I'm not going to try to contact the developers or anything and tell them how to make their game. I think they do a pretty good job at it. I could give them some advice on how to improve it here and there, but I'm not going to bother. They can find out. If they want to watch these videos at some point, they can. Mostly I just make these videos for fun and to help other players who might not understand the game as well. Getting down to the last 20 seconds. Nah, me and this other guy are not going to get it, but that's fine. Even if you don't get it, you still get points for doing it, so it's all good. Oh, are we going to make it back? Made it back just at the last second. Didn't get it, but it's all good. So yeah, those are my main comments on the pack run system. As you can tell, you know, there's so many things. It would be really fun to see it kind of like an open map Mario Kart, where everywhere you go there's, you know, either little phantoms or question marks or things that can give you, you know, whatever, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. But yeah, I'm not going to make this a super long video and drag it out. With each video I do, there is an alpha item giveaway, so if you want a chance at winning an alpha item, go ahead and leave a comment with your name. I have some alpha items to give away, as always. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, maybe learned something about the game, the pack run system, and hopefully that they can improve it in time. So yeah, you guys have fun and keep on jamming.